My 20th favorite movie of all time is Howard the Duck. It's a super cheesy movie. It's got a ton of cheesy one liners. It's got a kick ass soundtrack. Uh, and man, is this movie just a pure 80s movie. You cannot confuse this movie with being released in any other decade other than the 80s. It's won several awards. It's quite critically acclaimed. Got awards such as Worst Supporting Actor, Worst Original Song, and it's got duck boobies. But it's got the worst visual effects, worst screenplay, and the granddaddy of them all, worst picture of the year. Now I don't know what these people are talking about because as far as I'm concerned, this is George Lucas's best movie ever, the best thing he's ever put out. And he's got a few big movies out there, some that are not so good, but this one beats them all, no doubt about it. This is also the first movie in the MCU universe, the one that started it all. That's right. Without Howard the Duck, there would be no MCU universe. There'd be no Avengers. Maybe. Check out these special effects, man. They don't make them like they used to. Look at these explosions and man. We have a little bit of twerking going on as well. Ladies, take note. This is how you shake it.
No one laughs at a master of quack fu and
This movie co-stars Leah Thompson, which, when I was a kid in the 80s, she was the hottest girl on the planet. Hands down.
Developed a greater appreciation for the female version of the human anatomy.
Oh, Howard, you really are the worst.
Howard is a sleazebag, which is pretty awesome.
Just can't seem to find the right man.
Maybe it's not a man you should be looking for.
There is some serious girl duck hanky-panky going on in this movie.
Like they say, Dal, love's strange. We could always give it a try.
Let's go for it, Mr. Macho.
Listen, I'm pretty tired.
It's just that you're so incredibly soft and cuddly. I just can't resist your intense animal magnetism.
Whoops.
Let's just face it. It's fate.
No, it's not. I've got a headache.
And I got the aspirin. Night.
My God. This relationship, it defies all the laws of nature.
No, it doesn't. This is not what you think. We're just very good friends.
Howard may be a duck, but you people are animals! He's my boyfriend!
That's disgusting.
That also means he's dangerous.
What?
Extremely dangerous. Shoot to kill. Let's.
This movie's about some scientists basically that build this laser and accidentally beam Howard from another planet into Cleveland, Ohio. And this is the final boss scene right here. They accidentally beam some alien overlords over as well. And now basically Howard has to save the day. Seems legit to me. This movie just kicks too much ass. Check out these graphics. Check out these monsters, these animatronics, this stop motion, and my eye. Yeah, this is badass. I love this movie so much. Number 19 on my list is Johnny English. This movie stars Rowan Atkinson, and man, is this movie just non-stop funny. Just from one scene to the next, just pure idiocy from Rowan Atkinson, and this guy's just a genius. Everybody else in the movie is expendable. He is the one character that, without this guy in it, I don't think anybody else can play this role the way he does it. I mean, he's, Mr. Bean. He's Mr. Bean. Johnny English is basically a parody of the James Bond films, and there's 3 movies in this series, and each one is funny. The last one came out last year, 2018.
Everything in order, English?
I think you'll find it's rather more than just in order, sir. You're now entering the most secure location in the whole of England.
I suppose you've made love to lots of women, haven't you, Johnny?
Oh, you know, one does one's best.
But then I met you. And I felt this hunger. Deep down inside, I wanted to say things to you. I wanted to do things to you that I haven't wanted to do in a very, very, very long time.
What sort of things are we talking about?
Things like punching you in the face. Things like kicking you in the backside for being such a pompous, know-nothing asshole. But then I started to see beyond the idiot that everybody else saw. I started to see the man on the inside. The man who was determined to do his duty no matter what or who lay in his way. And I began to feel other things for him. To want to do other things for him.
Things involving plastic toys and soft cheese.
What?
What? What?
You're toying with me, aren't you? You're telling me to stop in the gentlest way you know how.
No.
You're such a special person, Johnny. Not to take advantage of me while I'm vulnerable.
No, well...
So thank you for being such a gentleman.
So, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost, I crown you King.
What?
Arrest that man and lock him away.
Next movie coming in at number 18 is a movie called Harry and the Hendersons. It stars John Lithgow, which to me, John Lithgow is one of the best actors ever. He could play any role. And I think his work on that show, Third Rock from the Sun, was just amazing. He just really killed it in that show. But and I like everything he's done. There's nothing bad. And there's no show or TV or movie that he's done that just is not good. But this movie in particular is about a family that is camping in the woods and they accidentally run over Bigfoot. And they bring him back to their home in the city. And of course, hijinks ensues, all manner of shenanigans. So Bigfoot's in the city now, and as more and more people see Bigfoot, there's Bigfoot sightings in the city. All the people in the town pretty much get up in arms, and they pretty much have it out for Bigfoot and try and hunt him down. So that's pretty much what the story's all about right there. And John Lithgow is really the boss in this movie. This scene is pretty cool here. John Lithgow's trying to lure Bigfoot into his car with using fast food, and just the facial expressions from Bigfoot himself. It's pretty awesome.
Maybe one of those Clint Eastwood Magnums. Got an M16. Anything that goes fully automatic.
Fully automatic is illegal, and it takes 7 days to clear a handgun. I'm afraid if you want a gun right now, it'll have to be a rifle or a shotgun.
Anything with a night scope. Give me the biggest one you got.
Well, we've got some big guns and some big guns, but I'm afraid we're all out of big ammo.
Nothing quite as funny as getting kicked in the balls. As long as you're not on the receiving end. This has to be the funniest scene in the movie.
I was gonna keep that flower for the rest of my life, and you ate it!
Bigfoot is literally scared of this girl just yelling at him.
Ugly and smelly you are. You just can't go around eating other people's corsages. That was a bad thing you did. A bad thing. Do you hear me? Even if you are an animal, you just can't go around acting like one in this house.
You've got to go back where you belong now. You've got to go. LaFleur. Harry, please. Please. There's no time. No, don't worry about us. We'll be all right.
Now, I'm not saying I tear up every time I see this scene, but you know, my allergies just happen to kick in every single time for some reason.
Get out of here! Can't you see we don't want you anymore? Why can't you go back where you came from?
Not entirely sure why he's called Bigfoot, more like Big Head.
Leave us alone! Go!
Number 16 on my list is Dumb and Dumber. Now, this movie needs no introduction. Everybody in the world has seen this movie, and I don't know anybody that doesn't like this movie. This is one of Jim Carrey's character-defining movies, and one of his character-defining roles, and he's just legendary in this movie. He was on top of the world in the 90s, and this was one of the reasons why. He's just amazing. Now, there's been 2 sequels to this movie. Dumb and Dumberer was younger versions of Harry and Lloyd. Jim Carrey didn't actually come out in that movie, but the younger guys that they did have come out in it, I thought it was an amazing movie, and I thought they did a great job, and they represented Jim Carrey very good. Then Dumb and Dumber 2 came out, I think, a year or 2 ago, maybe 3. That was a great movie. Jim Carrey did come back. Look at the Taylor's face in this. Oh my God. He's like, oh, I can't believe this. Oof, another kick in the nuts here. Nothing funnier than that. Ugh. Now, this is how you properly kiss a woman. I learned everything I needed to know about what women want from this movie. Jim Carrey's a role model in that area.
Whiz in one of the empty beer bottles in the back. Just they're on the floor. Just get one of. Gee, what? Watch the seat. Okay. Watch the seat. All right. Uh-oh.
What? What's wrong?
The bottle's almost full. I'm still going.
So stop going.
I can't stop going once I've started. It stings. Quick, get me another bottle. Come on. Hurry. Come on. Okay. Hold that. Hold that one. Hurry. I'm pitching it.
What are you, a camel?
Pull over.
License and registration, please. You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
No. Oh, no, sir. Oh, no. No.
Yeah, well, what's that?
That's nothing, sir.
Yeah, nothing. Come on, give me that booze, you little pumpkin pie hair-cutted freak. Come on.
Sir, no, wait.
No, sir, don't.
The last movie for this video, coming in at number 16, is War Games. Stars Matthew Broderick. It's about a kid that hacks into national defense computers and pretty much starts World War III. And then the rest of the movie is them trying to, stop the war from happening. The movie also co-stars Ali Sheedy, who's another hottie from the 80s. She also starred in Short Circuit, which is another movie I loved.
Yeah.
Hi. Where have you been?
What?
Well, I haven't seen you all week in school. Are you sick?
Oh. No. I was going for. You want to sit down? How are you?
No, I'm gonna get some water, okay?
Okay.
What is all that stuff?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just, well, I was trying to find out more about the guy who designed those game programs so I could get his secret password.
Why?
Why?
War Games is another one of those cheesy 80s movies that has a bit of a cult following, but I like it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time as well, so it makes the list.
Greetings, Professor Falcon. Strange game. The only winning move is not to play.